Hey y'all ready for another video about vampires? Woo! Woo, 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 woo. Well, that's too bad. Because this video is about me, not about being a gosh darn vampire. So where have I been the last few days? Well, I'm glad you asked. I've been with my grandparents, trying to recover from life. I got made fun of because my hair is basically disgusting, but no, it's like tied. Nature has tied my hair into a into a pizza slice of hair, and it rests right over my forehead, protect my skin from the sun, and to not get in the way of my eyes so I can see past it. That is nature's way of saying I need to take a shower. I do take showers, I do wash my hair, but clearly not well enough. So why am I making this video today? I'm making this video because I like to. It's good for me. Trying to get better. Trying to let people watch what I'm doing a little bit. People are curious about me. Not enough people are subscribed to this dang video. Enough people who, and this is what's interesting that I've learned kind of recently, is that people don't really care to get to know me. They just have to know enough about me through my behaviors and my body language, and they're like, all right, well, I've heard enough, I've seen enough. Let's go ahead and just leave this guy alone. Or let's just go ahead and start flirting and playing around with this guy. That's all. That's enough. Don't really need to know this guy's background. Don't really need to talk to him that much. Let's just go right to flirting, and let's see if nature can run its course, so to speak. That's pretty much what I'm learning when people are looking at me or whatever. It's like, well, it's almost like people are kind of afraid to talk to me, but they're not. They're definitely not. They think I'm stupid. Most people think I'm dumb, which is fantastic. Yeah, funny. But I'm doing pretty good being left alone, and I'm very, very well known for being for being a vampire. Vampires are I don't know where this reputation came from. Maybe the movies. They're supposed to be like very, very sly. Like they know. They're just very, very good with women. Very good at knowledgeable of people. I would not say that I started out that way. In fact, I was absolutely terrible with people knowledge when I first became a vampire. But over time and years of hanging out with people who are good at being around other people, I learned a thing or two. And sometimes when I'm being a leader, so to speak, it just comes naturally. I'm very good at it. Now, there are things that I will not tolerate when it comes to trickery. Um, and if someone does some trickery with me, you know, at times we have to have a particular kind of relationship where if they're doing certain tricks or whatever, um, let it be known that we both know that that person is just being funny. Like, you ever see people like who like another person and they're like showing their butts and bending over and stuff. Clearly, if you know who I am, I haven't. I'm going to say this in an awkward way because it's funny. I have not experienced intercourse in a very long time. So to do that to me is to me, which is ironic. It's not really to me. It's just doing it. If a person I know, male or female, is showing their butts to me, it it's a funny thing. It's an asshole thing, right? I'm not trying to make a pun there, um, but I don't know. I think my life is pretty sad in that regard. Like, vampires are known for being very sexy. Like, I recently had a person I know and I respect mention, in jokingly but also seriously at the same time, the terminology, the phrase vampire porn. Vampire porn, a genre of fictitious pornography around vampires. And I said, "Oh, really?" And I kind of, kind of changed the subject a little bit, but I was kind of getting more information about what the heck he was talking about. I said, "Oh yeah, we're talking about this person's partner, a female, and how the female, his partner, who's a female, says she's really into vampire porn." And I was like, I was joking around. We were joking around, and the thought occurred to me that, well, it kind of hurt my feelings. And the reason it hurt my feelings, I was like, well, I'm not really doing a good job for that genre of fiction. Fiction is sexy porn. I'm not doing a good job at it because I don't. In that regard, I just said I haven't. Well, maybe I am doing a good job at it. It's fantasy. Maybe just me existing and doing my thing, and doing a little bit of um, slyness that some of the ladies appreciate, and some people actually adore. Maybe that is doing my part, but I know I definitely feel that there's a particular feeling. It's like a cologne that I recognize. You ever smell a cologne? And you're just like, it's a thing that registers in your brain. Not so it's a real thing. It's a smell. It's a memorable smell. But to me, what I'm trying to describe is a feeling I get of guilt that I get when I let ladies down. And my life, I don't like feeling bad in that regard. It does make me feel bad. Uh, but if it doesn't make me feel bad, it makes me feel bad for the other person. And I do. I know it sounds ridiculous, but it is a real feeling. Um, so I like to be funny. I like to be interesting. I like to just have that as a part of myself. I like to be authentic, and I like to say that my life is partially built around being a little entertaining, but also, like I said, authentic. I'm doing something. I may be somewhere. I may be working on my computer, reading a book, but still make it interesting and funny just by being me. You know, and I used to be very closed off. I tried to be very selfish and not caring about other people's feelings, but it's just not a possibility. It's not an option. And it's no fun. Um, and it's not good for people around me. Like, people develop in different ways. And one of the ways that people develop is by interacting with other people. And I'm other people. So by, you know, uh, it's, it is good for other people to interact with me at times, you know? And if I was a regular person, just a regular, you know, heck yeah, I'd want to interact with a vampire. I'd probably learn a thing or two. That vampire probably has a lot of knowledge, and it's good to interact with people with knowledge in a positive way. Um, and I do feel old. I was thinking about this when I walked into my apartment just a few minutes ago. I feel so old. I don't know why. It's not really my body. It's not like a physical thing, but my body, but something inside my body is just like, oh man, I feel like an old vampire. Partially because I don't really feel like I'm any fun. I know I'm. People think I'm fun and they get excited and stuff, but I'm really not fun. I'm not really doing anything. To me, like I feel like there's so much more that I could be doing in the fun area. Like I'm pretty gosh darn popular. I know a lot about people. I know like what makes people laugh. I could be putting in so much more effort. But here's my dilemma. It depends on the people I'm around. Um, I realize that because if I do start putting in effort and being more fun, that people, most people, will start wanting to, that they might be attracted to me, but like in a way that where I feel bad. I'm like, hey, I'm just having fun. We're being funny. We're being, caring about each other and nice. But it's very complicated. I'm not really, like I said, I haven't been sexual in a very long time, and it's complicated because of who I am, what I am. So it's like I don't want to mislead. I think that's a proper word. I don't want to mislead people. And if I'm having too much fun, being too funny, being too talkative, charming, whatever, but I know when a conversation is turning in that direction of being potentially, you know, overly flirtatious or overly charming or whatever. And what a problem to have. It's not really a problem, but it's just something that I realize that once a person gets to a certain like arousal or excited or laughing too much, it can be bad, you know. It could it's not just about me feeling bad, it could affect another person. It could affect their day if they get, as ironic as that may sound, if they get too happy or if they get too, that there's there's things I feel responsible for or try to be. Um, Today, I think I had a really good day. I got a lot of stuff done, but today I feel like I didn't get really aroused or think about girls, women, should I say, in any other regards than like, oh, I'm around. I'm aware that I'm around women, but I'm not. being sexual. I'm not having any of those thoughts cross my mind. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Um, it is slightly concerning to me. Clearly, I'm attracted to women, but it's part of feeling old. And I do feel a very particular kind of disappointment when I tell my family. They're like, so what? You know, they want to hear me stories about me being a rock star or whatever. But I'm like, well, I ain't doing that. I'm being a vampire, a good vampire. But besides that, I ain't doing nothing else that fun. Most of my time I just spend trying to get things done and trying to help other people. That's not very fun. It's not really, you know, they want the fun stories, but I don't really have many fun stories. And it's kind of sad and it's bothering me. But I don't know. I think it's kind of hard to be a vampire and have fun. That's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm doing things incorrectly. That's why. But it just makes me think. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Might make some more videos later. And if I think about things. And thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all. Alright, bye.